What is up, everybody? Welcome to the very first tips video for Madden 19. We are going to check out the Rookie Gauntlet today. I'm just going to give you all of the plays, formations, and things like that in order to make this Rookie Gauntlet as painless as possible. I really didn't think it was too difficult, except for a couple of the challenges, but we're going to check out all of the formations and plays. If you are an old subscriber from Madden 18, you know that I love doing these tip videos. Hopefully it helps you out if you ever get stuck on anything. So if you are new to the channel and looking for some more tip videos, looking for some pack openings, rewards, things like that, don't forget to hit that sub button. Also in the description is a link to the other Sunnyside Sports channel. I am trying to move over all sports related content to that channel, so hit that link, hit that sub, really appreciate that. But let's talk about this Rookie Gauntlet. We got the passing and rushing, which is, I'm not going to go over every single one of them because a lot of them are the same. This passing ladder, this rushing ladder is exactly the same as passing countdown and rushing countdown. You can use the exact same play. One is from 90 yards, one is from 99 yards. Kicking, really self-explanatory. You just need a kicker. Defensive ladder is a little bit tougher because it requires you to either cause a turnover or to block a kick. And then we have the scoring countdown and of course the Gauntlet Games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some passing plays to use for the 99 yarder. You can use that for all of the other passing ones. I'm going to give you some that I use for the rushing one from 99 yards out, and that way you can use it for the rushing one. Same with scoring, same with the defensive gauntlet. First thing I should at least talk about is that I don't actually go out of my way to get a particular playbook or players that will make this particularly easy. Like, for example, Tyreek Hill or something for a wide receiver, using him as running back or as wide receiver to make it easier. I don't do that just because I have confidence I can just beat it with what I have. And also, I don't go out and get a different playbook like using the Wildcat on some sort of jet sweep for those. You can go out there and get those playbooks, get those players to make it just a little bit easier for you. But I'm going to show you just using the cards that I've gotten, using the players that I've gotten throughout the year with no money spent from the packs. And maybe your deck or maybe your squad is somewhat similar to mine. But anyway, first thing we're going to do, we're going to jump into the rushing. Alright, so here we go. We got 99 yards. We have to make one single play against the Denver Broncos. I'm just going to let you see who I use at running back or who I actually have at running back. We got Dalvin Cook, 84 overall speed. So as you see, he is not absolutely the fastest guy, and there are plenty of people that are faster than him. But he gets the job done, you know, he gets the job done. Another thing that I should note is that I use the Cardinals Playbook for offense and defense. Not sure what other playbooks have that. I've always used Cardinals no matter what the circumstance. But anyway, we're going to do this a couple times. You know, sometimes obviously it doesn't work the first time. You got to do it again. So we're going to give it a couple tries. Go to single back, we go to doubles, and then we go over to halfback, toss, crack. I am going to rush to the left because Von Miller is on the right. I don't want to mess with him. I don't want to, you know, run his direction. So that's what we're going to use. We got Dalvin Cook, 84 overall speed, guys. And like I said, this doesn't, you just do a little spin move right there, and I don't know, we're going to outrun him. Very first try, we got Dalvin Cook, as you see, 84 overall. We're going to do a little signature celebration. 84 overall speed, just gets the job done. Halfback, toss, crack. Alright, so it doesn't work out like that the very first time, all the time. So we're going to do it again. You know, same formation, single back, doubles, halfback, toss, crack. A lot of the time the success is dependent on the actual defense, and so sometimes you get lucky with the defense they call. But we're going to do it again just so you can see that I do get tackled. It doesn't work flawless all the time, but we still do the same thing. We do a quick spin. We're going to have to spin again. Oh, he does stay up on his feet, and we don't make it that time. But as you see, I mean, the play does work. It doesn't get you there every single time, but it doesn't take too many times in order to do it. Alright, so now we got the Lions, 99 yards passing, one single play, just like before. Let you check out the depth chart. Wide receiver, Antonio Brown, Golden Tate. Brandon Cooks, 87 overall speed. The other two could catch the ball a little bit better than Cooks, but nothing too crazy, nothing too special. Antonio Brown obviously is a monster at 89 overall. Golden Tate does do pretty well. The wide receivers are better than my running backs, so that's good. But there are a couple plays that I do recommend, and we'll just do each one of them and kind of see how each of them do. Trips halfback week again, Cardinals Playbook. If you did not hear before, I leave the running back to block just in case somebody squeaks through the line, and just throw it up to a guy on the outside. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole strategy. And just like there, you know, Tate, he's going to beat his guy off the end, and he's just going to run down the field and score a touchdown. Pretty much that simple. That's all you pretty much have to do at the wide receiver, or if the safety goes back in coverage into a zone or something, cover two, then it is a little bit more challenging to get it over the top. But in that case, piece of cake. All right, so we're going to try a different formation this time. We're going to go into I form. We're going to go to slot flex, and then we are going to go to play action cross F wheel. Now there are a lot of play action plays in which you go from one side of the field to the other side of the field, and it works pretty well for the most part. Just roll out and he's not going to beat him. Didn't have time to spin. We're going to try that one more time. Alright, so same formation, like I said, slot, flex, play action, cross F wheel. And again, you have to be able to get the ball to him where he has at least enough time to be able to make a move. So we're going to throw it again. Wait for him to go across. Throw it across. Do a spin. And then he's going to get his block on him, and we are smooth sailing for the rest of them. The spin on this is just ridiculous. I mean, it works so well on the spin. Anyway, that is another formation you can use. And then we're going to go down here to the same thing. We're going to go over to gun again and go over here to Trey. We're going to go to play action post shot again. It's a play action pass. You go from one side of the field all the way over to the other side of the field. Helps him get separation, which is really nice. And just plays like that in general really work really well. Not going to have enough time to spin. Again, let's do that one more time. So again, down here to gun, over to Trey, and then we go over to play action post shot. Now, it doesn't have to be this particular formation, as long as it is a lot of the play action passes work really well in this particular case. He got tons of separation that time. Golden Tate a little bit slow, but he's going to outrun him, so that's good. Another one they blitzed, and so easy money when they blitz. Alright, now we are on the defensive ladder. This is probably the one that is definitely the most annoying. The very last one, you start out at the 1 yard line and you cannot allow your opponent to score, meaning no touchdown, no field goal. So I could not force a turnover, so we're not going to keep doing it because, to be honest, there were a couple times in which I had to do it, like 8 or 9 times, in order to block the field goal. But I'm just going to show you my formation, show you what defense that I use, and it is the defense that I use for all of the challenges. That way you can, I guess, if you want to use that defense. It works for me. It's worked last year, worked the year before that, but the blocking, the kick part of it is the hardest part, and that's what we're not going to keep doing over and over because it's just pretty much timing. What you want to do, obviously, go to formations and then nickel. We got double A gap. We got packages. We're going to do left outside linebacker rush and do mid blitz. Now, for me, like I said, everybody does something different, but I am going to run commit just because we're at the 1 yard line and I need to stop them in order. I mean, they're so close. You gotta run commit at least the first one. At least that's what I do. I run commit the very first time. That way, maybe get a loss of yardage. and we don't have to worry about it. The second time, though, on second down, then it's a little bit iffy whether or not you do it. I'm going to pass commit this time, play the receiver, and he's going to have so much space right there. He's going to run it in. No, he gets stopped at the 1 yard line. I can't believe he didn't run it in. But usually I use her the safety. I cover the halfback wherever the halfback goes. That is where I go. They're at the 1 inch line. So I am going to obviously run commit again. And hopefully they don't pass it. And they don't. And they run it off. And they stop them. Holy cow. My defense stood up, which is really nice. So, obviously, sometimes when they're at the 1 yard line, they are going to score when they rush, even if you run commit. But, you know, that is the defense that I use. 90% of the time, I was able to stop them when I did this. One too often, and like I said, it comes down to blocking the kick. So that is what we're going to try to do. Can't guarantee that we're going to get it done. Come on. And we don't get it. But like I said, the kick is all about timing. I mean, all about timing. That's pretty much all you got to do. Just use that defense, run commit, and hopefully you can block the kick. All right, so the last one we're going to do is the scoring countdown. Now, important thing with this one, you got to score 13 points. You have 8 plays. You start at the 25 yard line. Now, that means that you have to score on the very first play on offense. Your kicking extra point counts as a play. Your kicking off counts as a play. You stopping them for 3 plays counts. The punting counts, which means on the 8th play, you have 1 play to score a touchdown. So every single play counts, not just offensive plays, but special teams, and everything counts for your 8 plays. Now, unless you can cause a turnover and get a touchdown that way, which would be really nice. You can do it in 8 plays as long as you score on the first play and you score on the last play. If you do anything different, then you have to restart it. So let's get into this one. All right, so this is pretty much the same exact plays that you do on offense, same exact plays that you do on defense. You are 25 yards out, so you can do any of the 3 passing plays we did. All of those work fine. I personally like the 4 verticals the best, so that is the one I am going to use. Again, like I said, you got to score on the first play. If you don't score on the first play, then reset it. Of course, unless you want to try to go through the thing thinking you're going to get a defensive touchdown. But most of the time you don't, and we're going to throw it to A. He's going to be open. He's going to make that catch. We're going to do our little dance. So first step, absolutely done. Now you have to kick the extra point. Kicking the extra point counts as a play. Kicking off counts as a play. So we'll be back on defense. So now we're on defense. We're going to do the exact same thing we did in the defensive one. We got to switch it to linebacker rush, and then we got to go to mid blitz. We are going to user the safety that covers the halfback. And so wherever the halfback goes, that is where you're going to go. You got to make sure that you are the last line of defense. And usually most of the time when they try to run up the middle, this is just on rookie. So it's really not too hard. The last set of challenges where you got to complete an entire game is actually one of the easiest, just because it is on rookie. Obviously, when you get to all Madden or all pro, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. We break through that time, got the sack. Now, of course, you have to stop him all 3 plays. If you do not stop him, then, yeah, you pretty much have to restart it. Unless, of course, you get a turnover. So we got 1 single play left, and we are going to switch to McCourty and then follow the halfback. He breaks out, and he throws it way over his head. So now we got 1 play. Now, obviously, when you get the punt, you're going to want to try to run it back at least as far as possible to make it easier on you. We only make it to the 50-yard line, unfortunately, but like I said, you got 1 single play once you have it. We did it from 99 yards out, so it really does not matter where we do it at. We scored a touchdown with all 3 of those plays, so again, it doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to go again with the 4 verts. That's just the one that I like using. And just throw it up, and hopefully they come down with it. That's pretty much all it's going to be. And he overthrows him. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Y'all see that he had that. Anyway, that was the play. We should have caught the ball. We should have ran it back. Alright, so we're going to do this one more time since we did not get it last time. Like I said, you know, before, none of this is foolproof. It is only here to help you make it as easy as possible. Each one of these challenges, even though I had to repeat them, some of them a few times, they're really not too difficult if you use these plays. Have to score the first play. Obviously, you got to score the first play. If you don't score the first play, then you pretty much have to restart it. But we did that time, and so again, you are kicking the extra point, and you're kicking off, so that counts as 2 plays. So on defense, same thing. Go over to nickel, change your package. Change your double A gap package to left outside linebacker blitz. Pass commit. And then you are going to user the halfback. Of course, follow him wherever he goes. If he runs, he runs. If he stays back and pass, then you rush. Get the user sack. I don't know what my guy was doing by juking the whole entire time. But obviously, maybe we could knock him back far enough to get a safety. That would help. But again, if you do not get it, if they get a first down, then you're going to have to restart. So you never want to be able to, I mean, you never want to have to do that. But if it happens, I mean, the challenge is so short anyway that it's really not that big a deal. As you see, we missed the first time. We restarted again, and now we are back at it, and it's really not that long, and now we're going to get the ball back again. Alright, so hopefully we can get a little bit further than that 50-yard line that we were at before, or 35-yard line. Wait, was I at the 50 or was I at the 35? I can't remember now. Okay, so we still got one single play just like last time. This time we're at the 40. Wherever it was, now we are at the 40. So let's do that. We are going to do the 4 verts. We are going to keep that halfback back to protect. And this time, hopefully Golden Tate will catch the ball, even though he threw it right to him the last time. Oh, there we go. Brandon Cooks caught it. So he looked a lot better than Golden Tate. Like I said, that's why I like the 4 verts. Sometimes you got a guy in the middle. Sometimes you got a guy on the outside. Either way, though, 2 times. The challenge really isn't that hard, even though it seems like it's hard. As long as you score the first play the first time, stop them first play on the 8th play. So that is going to do it for the rookie gauntlet. Like I said, the passing ladder and the rushing ladder is the same thing as the passing countdown and rushing countdown. If you can do these, you can do the other ones. The kicking ladder is just kicking a field goal. The furthest that you have to kick is 50 yards. And I did it with Zach Gonzalez, or I can't remember my kicker's name for some reason, but he was only a 77 overall. He had 82 kick power, so that was the thing that's important. 82 kick power. It got plenty of distance for the 50-yard field goal. And then, of course, you have the Gauntlet Games. These are full games in which you have to, I guess, do a certain amount of rushing yards, certain amount of rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, and total points, all while not letting them score or get minimal yardage. They're not too hard. They're really not. It's on rookie. You just apply the same techniques and steps and plays in the previous ones. These will actually be a breeze. I went through each one of them. Didn't have to restart at once. Normally, the only thing I had to restart was the defensive ladder. I had to try to block that field goal a bunch of times, probably as much as 8 on one of them. I think on the 5-yard line one, it took me about 8 tries. At the 1-yard line, I actually did it in like 3 tries, so it just depends on how quick you can get that field goal block or a turnover. And then, of course, the one we just did, which is the scoring countdown. That is probably the one that's the next hardest. Maybe require a few extra restarts, but that's going to do it, man. Hopefully you did enjoy. Hopefully it helped you out. Hopefully you can use those plays. Let me know in the comments if you recommend any other plays. Share them with the community. Share them with everybody else. I am not somebody that goes out and buys other playbooks or certain players. just to complete challenges. I just pretty much do it with what I have. That way, you know, y'all can see that it can be done with normal people. My squad was 80 overall. If you caught that pack opening from the Gauntlet, I will link that in the description. If you caught that, you will know I picked up some elites. That is why I'm an 82 now. My previous squad was an 80 when I did this. But anyway, that is going to do it. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and click that link for that new sports channel. I will check y'all in the next video. I am out. Peace.